We all know that intelligence, talent, and charm are all wonderful, but they rarely distinguish the wealthy from the poor. Instead, the distinctions are found in our daily routines. Habits are neuronal connections that are kept in the limbic system of our brain's basal ganglia, a golf-sized mass of tissue. Because habits are established and kept in this area of the brain, the deeper decision-making areas of the brain are no longer engaged in the activity. This neural fast track conserves brain energy. However, we all know that there are good habits and bad habits. Thomas C. Corley, author of the famous book Change Your Habits, Change Your Life, has spent 5 years researching millionaires and has gathered his insights in this book. Corley has interviewed over 233 people, out of whom 177 are self-made with at least $3.2 million in net assets. Through these discussions and additional research, he was able to distinguish between two categories of habits: those that helped people build wealth and those that severely hampered it. According to him, the latter habits have the potential to destroy a person's financial, emotional, and mental well-being. To be successful, one must identify and replace bad habits. According to Corley, adopting one rich habit has the effect of eliminating many poor habits. That's why the rich habits are so powerful. Here are the 6 habits that might be holding you back and so many other people from becoming a millionaire. Number 1. Overspending. Whether it's racking up credit card debt or purchasing a car or home you can barely afford, you simply cannot become wealthy by spending more money than you make. According to Mr. Corley, 95% of the poor in my study did not save, and most accumulated debt to subsidize their standard of living. No matter how much money you make, saving and investing some of it is the key to building true wealth. Starting small is the best way to solve a spending problem. Small, controllable adjustments made gradually have a higher chance of sticking over time. Setting concrete goals and laying a foundation with an emergency fund and budget may be more beneficial than relying solely on willpower. Number 2. Reading only for entertainment or not at all. In Mr. Corley's studies, 92% of those with few assets did not read to learn. He writes, "Success requires growth. That growth comes from reading and educating yourself on a daily basis. Reading books broadens your knowledge and enables you to absorb other people's experiences. It provides your brain with the fundamental knowledge and resources needed to initially generate money-making ideas. Reading also enables you to put these concepts into practice and develop your decision-making skills." As Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, the author of the famous book Rich Dad Poor Dad, puts it, "Money is just an idea. If you want money in your hands, first put an idea in your head." According to numerous studies, business people who read at least 7 business books per year make 2.3 times more money than those who read just one book annually. These findings suggest that reading self-help and business books is a habit that wealthy people should try to develop. Relying on one source of income. Many of us rely on just one job to make money, but future billionaires don't work that way. Prior to earning their first million, 65% of the wealthy people in Corley's study had at least 3 separate sources of income. This not only increases earning potential but also provides a safety net in case of job loss. There is no job that is safe, as demonstrated by the high unemployment rates and continuing job losses. Unfortunately, most people depend only on their jobs for cash, which can be a dangerous way of life. You must become so financially stable that you lose track of when the payday comes. Never depend on a single income. Advised by Warren Buffett, one of the world's greatest millionaires. The ability to generate several sources of income is no longer a luxury. It has become a requirement. There is enough evidence to demonstrate that families who rely primarily on one source of income are most at danger of falling into poverty. The word job, according to someone, stands for just over broke. According to a school of thought, having just one source of income would continually keep us broke. Toxic relationships. It's challenging to cut relationships or friendships with people who might be holding you back. However, it must be done if you're serious about establishing yourself for financial success. According to Mr. Corley, you're only going to succeed in life if you surround yourself with the right type of people. Replace the toxic and harmful people in your life with optimistic, driven, and encouraging ones. People who want to become wealthy should be careful about who they associate with. One should be surrounded by people who can invest in them, whether financially or by providing business advices. Some friends and family members can be toxic because they take advantage of a person's financial condition. Toxic partners or family members in these relationships sometimes beg to borrow money without the ability to repay it. A person should therefore surround themselves with people who can invest in their future. Engaging in negative self-talk. The only way for others to believe you is for you to first have faith in your mission and sense of self. I am not educated or smart enough. I am not to blame. Life is difficult. These are the examples of negative self-talk. They cause us to doubt ourselves and serve as a guide for our behavior. According to Mr. Corley, long-term success is only possible when you have a positive mental outlook. In life, you won't have a chance to change your existing financial or personal situation. These unfavorable ideas will develop into beliefs that function similarly to the computer programs. Drinking and gambling. According to Mr. Corley, financial success takes time, takes initiative, and requires relentless effort. Those who gamble are deluded into thinking that there is a shortcut to success. You can't become a millionaire by consuming alcohol excessively because it impairs your memory, mental clarity, and health. That's not to suggest you can't enjoy a beer or glass of wine once in a while. This implies that it should never be done on a regular basis. Once established, habits run without thinking. Tasks that might normally be challenging, like saving money, are made simple by habits. A carefully formed set of habits should help us achieve our goals by taking small, manageable actions. As the saying goes, the way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time.